Hello everyone! In today's video, we're going to be covering 9 cards that'll help you combat the current sleep meta in Pokemon Pocket. Now, as we all know, these 2 cards, Igglybuff and Darkrai, are causing a lot of trouble in Pokemon Pocket right now. Especially since Darkrai here is used in a variety of sleep decks that are popping up all over Pokemon Pocket at the current time. But without further ado, let's dive into the 9 cards that'll help you combat these 2 guys, and hopefully get you out of those terrible sleep situations. Now the first card on our list is Lumberry, a tool many of you may have forgotten about. As it states here, at the end of each turn, if the Pokemon this card is attached to is affected by any special conditions, it recovers from all of them and discard this card. This is one answer to the sleep. Not only that, it can also help you combat things like confusion as well as paralyze, which may also start popping up with Galvantula and the sleep combo being put together. Now the second card on our list is Reveroom. You may be wondering, how does Reveroom help me at all? Well, it's because of its ability, Metal Transport, which states once during your turn you may switch your active metal Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. Now this is helpful because it'll let you get your metal Pokemon that is affected by sleep or any other special condition out of the active zone and back onto the bench, therefore cleansing it of any conditions it may have. Now the next card on our list is Big Malasada. Now this is another one people don't use too often, which is fine, but it'll heal you 10 damage and remove a random special condition from your active Pokemon. But if your Pokemon only has one special condition, it'll just clear that one, which is also a good way to combat the sleep. But if you run into multiple conditions at the same time, such as Venusaur with its poison and sleep, this becomes a little less effective. Then we have Celesteela, which is in here for the same reason as Varoom, which is because it'll let you swap your Ultra Beasts around, making it so they can be cleansed of any special conditions they have obtained in the active area. Now this is another big one for Steel decks, Steel Apron. The metal Pokemon this card is attached to takes minus 10 damage from attacks from your opponent's Pokemon, and recovers from all special conditions, sleep, confusion, poison, all of that, and more, and can't be affected by any special conditions after that. So the only way they'll be able to get you after this is if they use something like Guzma to get rid of it. Now, here we have Comfey. This is a very big one for any psychic focused decks because of its ability Flower Shield. Each of your Pokemon that has a psychic energy attached recovers from all special conditions and can't be affected by any special conditions. This was pretty much an earlier version of Ogerpon, who we'll be getting to shortly. A little bit more restrictive than Ogerpon due to the fact that it only works on Pokemon with psychic energy, but if you're a psychic focused deck, I would highly recommend running at least 1 copy of this to help you combat those special conditions running rampant in the meta right now. And then of course, Big Man Arceus himself, or Arceus if you prefer. Either way, his ability Fabled Luster, this Pokemon can't be affected by any special conditions. Homeboy is just completely immune to anything like sleep, confusion, and paralyzed from the get-go, making him a very difficult opponent for those sleep decks. And when you have a full bench, he can at least dish out a nice 130 damage. Now we're getting to our last couple of cards, which are probably the most effective and most important ones on this list. One of them being Tealmask Ogerpon, and he is on this list not only because he clears all special conditions with his Soothing Wind ability. Each of your Pokemon that has any energy attached recovers from all special conditions and can't be affected by any special conditions. Very much like Comfey, but in Ogerpon's case, it is 10 times better because it specifically says has any energy attached to it, which means it's not restrictive to the type of energy being used. However, if you want to take advantage of Ogerpon's attack, then of course you would want to run this alongside a nice grass deck. But if you're just needing a card to help you stave off those special conditions, as long as you have energy attached, Ogerpon here is your guy. He is the way to make those sleep decks cry as soon as he hits the board. And then of course, the number one on our list that can also be put in almost any deck, Pokemon Center Lady. Heal 30 damage from one of your Pokemon, and it recovers from all special conditions. Now, every deck should be currently running at least one of her to help combat those crazy special conditions running around. More specifically, the sleep. So, arm yourself with a Pokemon Center Lady in your deck, and as long as you play her at the right time to clear off your sleep, those sleep effects won't matter in the end. Because, when played at the right time, you'll be able to just finish off your opponent before they can get any of their things going again. And there we have it, the 9 cards that'll help you fight off the sleep meta, as well as any other special conditions that affect your active Pokemon that you may come across in the current meta with rank right around the corner. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment, and subscribe for more. With that said, Mr. Howery, out.